hello there. I hope you had a good day. Today we're going to draw a part. This is like a mechanical part. So let's go ahead and create on new, and then make sure our canvas is set to part design. Click on create border, click on sketch, select XY plane. Go ahead and select centered rectangle. Click in the center, draw your rectangle, and then let's give it some constraints, and we shall give that 360. Let's zoom out, and then we shall give this 160. Okay, so let's move it in the middle, move that dimension so you guys can see them clearly. Okay, now we need to put some corner radii. So let's go ahead and click on that, and then click on those lines like that. Okay, so we can click on that and that, and we say they are equivalent. Click on that, and indicate they are equivalent. And then we can select this one and say it's 20. And then select this and indicate it's 20. Okay. Okay, so, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click that spot and that spot, and then the middle spot, and we create symmetry. And then what we're going to do is let's put in, click on that and just leave it the way it is, and then click on this vertical and leave it the way it is, and that will constrain our part. Let's just move it down here like that so you guys can see. After you do that, go ahead and click on close, and then click on extrude, and we can give this 35. Okay, can give that 35. Oh, that looks okay. So let's rotate it, click at the bottom, and then create a sketch. And then we can actually put some construction points like that, and at the bottom, and then click on that and click a center square again. This time, let's go ahead and click on the horizontal and give it 230 millimeters. Okay. Once we have that, let's go ahead and click on close, and then create a pocket. I can give that pocket, what should we give it? Let's give it half of the thickness of the platform. So we can just do 35 divided by 2. Okay. And then we should have something that looks like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and rotate this and select those inner edges. Need to select those lines. So almost. Okay, let's do. That's what I'm interested in. Let's rotate it around. Press Ctrl and select the second one. And then let's create we can create a fillet, right? Let's give it around this too. How does it look like? Let's try to increase it and we see. Let's give it about, how much should we give it? We give it around 3. 3 shouldn't be bad. Let's see. Let's go back to that fillet. Let's try to give it 6. Okay, I'll leave it at 6. Looks better. Okay, so that looks better. Okay, let's go ahead and click on the face and click on sketch again. So this time we are going to draw some circles. So go ahead and click on the circle tool around here and draw one circle and draw the second one. So the first circle, go ahead and give it a constraint. We shall give it around a radius of 18. Then go for the second one. Hold on. Did I select the first one? So let's make sure we... No. This has to be around 12. Okay. Then this has to be 18. That's all okay. Then we are going to create a constraint between that point and that point. And we shall give it 140. Okay. Once we have all that, go ahead and click on close. And then we're going to create, instead of a pocket, we can actually create an extrude. Let's see here. Do first. Oh, I selected something wrong. Hold on. We need to click on that. Make sure we have that selected. Make sure we have our sketch. And then extrude. And that extrusion should be, I would give it around 10 millimeters. So I'll leave it that way. Just click on OK. So we have something of, let me zoom and you see how it looks like. We have something that looks like that. So we can click on it and we click on that mirrored and we should have 2 parts like this. Okay. So let's get ahead and click on OK. Rotate it around, click that face, click on Control, click on that face, and then pocket, right? And then change this to throw hole. And we should have something of the sort. Okay. So we should have the holes going through all the way in these 2 holes. So there we go. We have our platform. Let's go ahead and add more dimensions here. So we're going to click on the face again and then sketch. We're going to draw our squares again. One going in that direction and another going in this direction. Okay. So let's go ahead and constraint this. So horizontal, this should be around 230. Vertical, this should be around 142. Okay, so I think we have that. We also have that. And then let's go ahead and click on that. Click on that and we shall give it 15. And then click on this and also give it 15. I think we're good on that. So let's check that, make sure everything is okay. Hope you guys can see the dimensions. Okay, so let's zoom in. We need to deal with those inner lines. Okay, so go ahead and click on that. Click on those lines and break them apart. Now, here's the tricky part where we're going to have some issues constraining. So let's go ahead and create some constraints. So we can click this and set those equivalent. And then we can click this and this, indicate those equivalent. And we can click this and this, indicate those equivalent, and click that and that, indicate those equivalent. Then click that and that, indicate those equivalent, that and that, indicate those equivalent. Then we can put a distance constraint on there. Hopefully this should lock it up. So we still have 2 degrees of movement. Let's see which ones those are. You can always click on this to see where you still have that degree of movement. Good. So it indicates we still have an issue here. I locked that. Let's click that and give it horizontal. So let's see that. See that. Nope, that still isn't coming. We still have okay. So let's try to give this a dimension and we see. Okay. Took long, but that's how we got it constrained. So all that is constrained and it should be okay. So let's go ahead and close that. And what we're going to do is we're going to create another sketch. Okay. And that's going to be on top of this face again. So click on that face and click on sketch. And then we're going to draw other squares again. So go ahead and click on that. Click on that. Like that. Basically, we're doing the same process. Hopefully this time we can constrain it faster. Okay. So we're going to create horizontal. That will be 105. And then we shall have a vertical of 105. No, sorry, that vertical should be 65. Okay. And then this is going to be the same. Or this is going to be 15. And this is going to be 15. Okay, so we're going to go through the same process of constraining it, making sure it's fully constrained after splitting out those middle edges. So go ahead and click on that line. Make sure you have all those middle edges clicked out. So let's try it a different way. We can select that, and that, and indicate their equivalent. Okay, and then we select that, and that, and we indicate their equivalent. Okay, and then we can assign horizontal dimension on that. And also assign a vertical dimension on that. So we can also set this and this are the same, and we have it constrained. Okay. Go ahead and click on close. Make sure you have that sketch selected. Okay. And after we do that, we're going to go to properties and we go to attachment. Under attachment, we are looking out for position and we are looking out for the Z value and select 140. Okay. So that should move that first sketch at the top. So you should have something of the sort. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and select both sketches and then click on the Loft tool. Okay. And then click on close. Once you do that, you should have something of the sort. Okay. So we have that selected, and that's how it looks like. Okay. So let's continue. We are going to click on the face again, and then this time we're going to click on that create datum line. And depending on how you selected your initial axis of drawing, you should select first prints forward. We want that datum line to go across this. Or in my case, I think it's the second datum line. So I want that to run across like that. And then click on OK. There we go. So let's go ahead and click on that datum and then create our sketch. Always select your XY plane, like in my case. So you should have something of the sort. Okay. So once you do that, we're going to go ahead and draw another square. Now, because this seems to be like the sketch is on the back, go ahead and click on close first if you experience the same issue. Click on that sketch and then click on bring to front and select sketch 5, which is my sketch, and click on OK. Okay, so hold on. Let me close that, select that part, and then click on attach. Click on sketch 5, click on OK, and then click on that, and then go back to the sketch. So we have it, and it will be attached to the front. Let's go ahead and click draw another square. So go ahead and click on this. This time we are clicking on that square. Just go ahead and click that line. It's going to be equivalent to something of this sort. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish the dimensions of that. The horizontal will be 120. That's the vertical, sorry, depends on the rotation. So if you go for the horizontal, that should be equivalent to, let's say 50.5. Let's do this because I need it to be from here up to here, which is half of 105. So if I click on that and I click 105 divided by 2, that is 52. So we have that selected. So let's make sure we have it also constrained. So we have that. We have that. Let's see which degrees of freedom are still pending. Okay. Okay, let's do. Click on that point. Sorry. Click on that point. Press Ctrl. Click on this point. And then click the middle point and select symmetry. And we should have that locked. Okay. Then once we're done with that, we're going to create a revolution. So go ahead and click on close. Make sure you have your sketch 5 selected. And then click on this, which is revolve. Okay. We should have something of the sort. Go ahead and click on close. So at this spot, your part should look like this. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and punch a hole in here for where we can put a nut or a holding rod to go through. So select that front and then click on sketch. We need to make sure we have the correct face, and this will be XZ if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it should be like that, XZ. Then we're going to create a construction zone. So let's see here. Hold on. Okay, so let's close our sketch 6. Click on that face, and we're also going to bring it to the front. Okay. And then we go ahead and double click on our sketch. So we should have something of the sort. Let's go ahead and click on the circle tool. And then we're going to give it a radius constraint. Let's give it around a diameter of 65, so that will be a radius of 32. Okay, and then once you do that, go ahead and click on close, and then we're going to create a pocket and set it to through hole and click on OK. Once you're done with that, you're done drawing your thing. And the other thing you can do is to make it look a little more realistic. You can always go and put on fillets and chamfers. For example, you can just click on that face, and let's say we're going to put a chamfer. We can increase that to 3, and then rotate it on the back. Click on that, give it 3. So depending on how you want to sort of set it up, or you're going to use threads, or if this is just going to be for a rod, you can always put on your fillets and chamfers. Those are just making this part look realistic. Otherwise, all the geometry and the drawing is complete. I hope this helps you in your adventures of learning FreeCAD. Have a good evening. Bye for now.